Hello everybody, Frankie Day here for Frankie Day Models. Okay, there's been a change of pace. My rating is getting very low with my comments on my ships and everything like that, so I figured, well, hell, I've been on ships too long, and you know, I gotta think it, so maybe I gotta get some airplanes going. I have been in airplanes for a while, so maybe I'll cheer everybody up. The stuff I'm building is pretty complicated, and a lot of people just can't build it because they don't have the model itself, and a lot of my stuff is ancient fellows. That's what I'm trying to say, you know. And those old kits I've got, a lot of you guys don't have. I think it do you no good just to look at what I'm doing. That's about it. So we got to have something more concurrent, something that everybody can do when everybody's got in their home what they can build. Okay, I'm back on airplanes. That's what I'm trying to say. The ships will have to wait till winter time comes. Then I'm going to really be laying on with a will on my ship models. On the museum pieces, I got plenty of time for the museum jobs. But I got a head start, though. The bounty will resume. This will resume, too. It ain't going nowhere. Got my Norse glove over here. I put a nice towel over top of it to keep the dust from getting on it. Because I ain't going to be on that for a little while, because I'll be back on airplanes. And so right here before you see, this is my C54 Skymaster. This is by Revell. I was going to build this one here. Vacuum form. But lucky not to, not right now. Although, the decals that they give you on the kit here, if I can get them out right here, I don't want it over here behind me. I'm just thinking of the bus over here. The decals of the kit are right here. These will fit. If anybody's got a vacuum form airplanes, C54 Skymaster like this, these decals will fit. Somehow, this model was produced probably 56 years ago. 55, 56 years ago. The vacuum form came out. And 55, 56 later, this kit came out. And somehow, by a strike of, they must got a hold of the same blueprint, I don't know. But these new decals do fit this here vacuum form kit. If you've got these decals in a spouted decal box, or if you got this year's stash, these decals will fit this kit. No sweat. It was a miracle on Elm Street right there. Okay, put the decals back inside. This is going to be the 1949 Airlift squad. I've done one of these probably about 5, 6 years ago. Perhaps maybe 7 years ago. I don't know. It was way back. And so I'm going to decide to go ahead and do another one. And this one's been laying. I started this one about as long as I've been living in this here trailer, about 2 years ago. I started this. I put away my cubby hole back there where I keep all my built kits I haven't finished yet. So I said, look, Frank, get back in airplanes again, get everybody fired up again, and go ahead and get this thing done. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on this. If I had this thing done, I'd probably 2 videos. And so anyway, tonight, I'm going to be working on my group build. Before you, of course, have a group build, get this going. So I'll probably do a little live action on this tonight. So that's that's still on the bench right now. I'm going to have a Builds of the Past video coming up after this. Okay. This is the Revell C54 Skymaster. C54 Skymaster, which is known as the main version of the DC4. It came out back on the drawing board as early as 1938. Original configuration on the original prototype blueprints, the airplane almost looked like that of a Constellation. It had 3 tails. Then after 1942, it came out in production. It became President Roosevelt's Air Force One, known as the Sacred Cow. I think a sacred cow right now is the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C., or maybe some other museum right now. I don't know. They always switching things around. We trade this, we trade for that. I know we do it here in Dayton, Ohio, the Dayton Air Force Station Museum. They always go, they trade like the Memphis Belle all the way from Washington, D.C. They traded that for Shoo Shoo Baby. And so they swapped around a little bit. So museums do that. So this gets those strangers to the modeling world. I painted this using my special liquid plate metalizer that I made many years ago. I probably got about a little more than a quart of that left. What I use is metalizer aluminum, and it's Ace paint. It's called Ace metallic aluminum. It's very brilliant and shine, as you can see here. And it dries real good. Only time it dries real fast, but you got to add a drying agent to it. That's called acetone. Yes, acetone. Either that or lacquer thinner. Lacquer thinner will thin it down to it's almost like a water, but you got to spray it on and it'll build up the plate as it goes along. It'll dry real just like that. You can actually pick the airplane up like this and handle it without leaving no fingerprints on it. But it's always good to put a glove on anyway, you know. But a lot of guys handle gloves. They got natural polished aluminum finishes, but this is pretty much right out of the can what I made. And it came out pretty good. It's this thing is a very nice kit when you get done with it. It goes together very well. It has no problems. You got to read the instructions very carefully because it'll trick you sometimes, some parts. The interior parts of this thing is almost like crawling in the real thing. It's got a bunk back there where the guys sleep at and everything. And they enjoy it back there. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and I got some assemblies done there. I got all the engines on there. They're all painted in there. I'm going to install the engines and get those cowlings locked down. The cowlings come off. Then I'm going to start touching up on the wheel wells and add the landing gear doors as well, and also the exhaust. Got to be installed. And I got about 4 of them, I think. I got 2 on this side, 2 on the other. Yeah, that'll come last. But I want to get the tires on, get the landing gear doors on, and touch up the landing gear wells with interior green. I got a little overspray, not very much in it. Then I go ahead and start decaling this thing out. Now for the de-icer boots, I got another thought. Instead of masking everything down and using the airbrush, I got a better idea. I just got some clear decal paper. I took it. I used a spray can. Black, I think. It's here somewhere. Yeah. Took it outside, laid it with a piece of cardboard. Gave out 2 coats of black, let dry. And I went back and gave it a coat of clear on top of it, the sealed paint. So it's drying right now. It'll be ready for use probably by tomorrow, but I'll go ahead and start decaling this thing out first. And the engine's all done. It's got to pop the engine with the cowlings on it. Add the air screws, the props, landing gear doors, antennae, wing walks, the icer boots, and it's done. So I'm going to start doing a little decaling on today. Tomorrow I'll pass a video. I'll have another video of this, an update. And by Wednesday, I should have it done by this Wednesday. All finished. And I'll start on my Civil War Wednesday USS Susquehanna, 1863 steam frigate. I'll have that coming your way. So I'm going to be working on that for you Corsair tonight. May have live action on that. And guess what I dug out? I knew I had one of these. I knew I did. I knew I had it. I just could not find it. I had it in my bunk room back there because I took it out of storage. This is the white whale. The Airfix SS Canberra. This is a beautiful ship. If anybody's got this or the Southern Cross, I suggest you put it in the safe. These things are worth a lot of money. This thing here is a brand new kit. I don't think it's reissued. It's not Airfix style reissue stuff like that. I think I bought this down at the hobby shop. What was that fellow's name down there? New hobby shop. Not Smitty's. Smitty's gone. Guy's super Smitty. I think not. I can't figure the hobby shop. Anyway, there's a hobby shop down there. He does the same thing as Smitty does. He buys all these old vintage kits. So he bought this one out. I bought it from him. I think I paid about $60 for it. This is a Canberra. This is one of the Australia and England's favorite ship, and they love this ship. This ship was requisitioned during the Battle of Falklands back in the early 80s. She was underway on a cruise. All of a sudden, she received orders immediately. This ship was going to return to port, be requisitioned as a troop transport, and she was. And so she served in that kind of a campaign. But this is a beautiful ship. I knew I had one of these somewhere, but I just could not figure out where I had it at, so I knew damn well I got that somewhere. I went down and my stash out there, my storage facility I have out there. I went to the other one in Marine City where I got my house, like refrigerators and couches and stoves and riding moors. And my big, huge model. So I cannot fit in this trailer or fit out there. I got it out there in Marine City. So I went out there and I found it. And I brought it home. I stuck it in that room, that closet back there. And I went in that closet a dozen and one times. And everyone was looking at me all the time. I didn't know it was there. Man, I tell you, I'm getting scatterbrained with these things. This is a good case of out of sight, out of mind. All the time it was there. It was a snake every time I opened that door back there. It would have bit me. Okay, that's found. And I'm very joyous over that. I'll get to that probably this winter time. Gotta be another build going down the line. But right now, I'm gonna dally around with this C54 Skymaster so I can get the decals on this thing. And get the edges popped in, get the props on and stuff. We'll landing gear covers, touch up painting here and there, and she's ready to go. Okay, that's all I got. That's all I got on the bench right now. So hopefully I'll get a few nibbles on this. And sometimes the best part of me always tells me, Frank, don't go ahead and start building all these vintage stuff like that. A lot of these guys ain't got those things you got. And some ain't got the skills either. They want something that they can build, they can be inspired, influenced on. And they know they can go to the hobby shop and buy it, and they know they got it in the stash behind them somewhere. So this gets no stranger. It's the Revell 1/72 scale Skymaster. They've done a beautiful job. As I can see in this kit, no stones were left uncovered on this thing. This thing is beautiful. This is going to be 1949 Operation Little Vittles, known as the Berlin Airlift. These things were very good transport. They were very beautiful, workable transport airplane. They're good for everything. Usable red bombers, transports, weather reconnaissance aircraft, everything. They're a big airplane. They're very spacious inside. And they carried a lot of victuals back in 1949 during the Berlin Airlift and hostilities. That's when the Cold War first got started. I wasn't even more about 6, 7, 8 years old back then. And it was an event that was a humanitarian event. Everybody knows all about that when Hitler turned hightail, went commit suicide, went somewhere, and left his Deutschland in a mess. No government, no nothing, nothing but rubble. That's what happens when you let a guy. So that's a lesson learned right there in history. It also says in the good book, the Bible, let no man beguile you. Left a beautiful country like that in ruins. And we took care of a lot of German folks out there. We rehabilitated them. We brought food to them, and we formed a government and everything, so they can be underway. It's part of history that's dark, and it should never be repeated again. No human being should be starved to death. Nobody. Okay, that's it for the C54 Skymasters. Did it for me. Stay posted for the next video. It's going to be called Builds of the Past. And I'll stick that on you. So stay posted for that. Make mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Stay focused when you drive. Spend wisely. Be aware of your surroundings. I love you guys very much. And thank you very much to my wonderful new subscribers out there who subscribe to my channel and review and view my same word, my builds. And no apology needed for me being on ships too long, but I just had to get something going and make a dent in these things. Which I did. I made a lot of progress, and that'll be carrying on this winter time, which is about 4 or 5 months from now. So right now I'm on aircraft, aeroplano. So again, this is it for the C54 Skymaster. It's it for me. I'll catch you in the next video on Builds of the Past. This is Frankie Day for Frankie Day Models signing off. I'll catch you later, and God bless you all of you fellas.